Welcome to our Day of the Dead celebration here at the beautiful Biosphere at Thanksgiving Point. We are here celebrating Day of the Dead, celebrating our ancestors, celebrating a time of life and death and beauty and hardships. And I know that everyone out there can relate to many of those things. And this is the perfect holiday for all of us to come together and share that feeling as a community. Part of Day of the Dead is celebrating our ancestors, celebrating those that are not with us, celebrating the people that have gone on before us. As an artist, I am deeply inspired by my Mexican heritage. This painting right here is called Ancestresses, and it is all about myself here at the bottom as a small child, feeling protective and watched over my different ancestresses. And I think as Mexican Americans, as Latinos, we have ancestors of every color. We have our European ancestors that we celebrate. We have our indigenous Mexican ancestors that we love. And we even have Afro-Latinos that are in our family tree. And when I was creating this painting, I wanted to show all the different women in my family with all different skin tones coming together to support and love me, because they are what made me, and I love celebrating the people that came before me during Dia de Muertos. Family history is something that I am so passionate about, but it wasn't always that way. Being in the diaspora, the Latin diaspora, and growing up away from my ancestral homelands left a big hole in my heart, and I've always felt strongly pulled to my culture and to my ancestors. We live in this beautiful time where we can get on the computer and we can find names, we can find places, we can find our family. And I love Dia de Muertos because it's all about bringing family together. For 2 nights every year, it's a night where no matter the distance, no matter life or death, that families can be together forever. We want to invite all of you to reach out to your family. You know, Day of the Dead is all about celebrating Mexican heritage and Mexican culture. But no matter where on the planet your family comes from, whether that's Russia, Scandinavia, England, Ireland, is to be authentically you. Going and finding family heirlooms, looking up family recipes, just going out on the web and finding stories about your family. That is the best way and most authentic way you can celebrate Dia de Muertos. You don't need to buy a bunch of made in China stuff that looks Mexican to celebrate this holiday. Use your family things that mean special things to you. I would also encourage you to build an ofrenda. We're going to have videos on how to do that, but make sure it's authentic to your family, and that it is done with care and knowledge, and that you're educated about the different things you're placing on your ofrenda, because it's a special spiritual part of our holiday, and I wouldn't want you to miss it. I want to talk to you all a little bit about the history of Day of the Dead. Jose Guadalupe Posada started La Catrina, and a lot of times you'll see people with their face painted and you'll think it's just for fun or to look like a skeleton. But when Jose first drew the Catrina, it was to educate the people. It was to spread the message that death is the great equalizer. No matter how fancy our clothes are, where we live, what privileges we have or we don't, when we all die, we are all the same. And I think that's such a beautiful message to share at this time where so many people are suffering, that we are all experiencing this pandemic, we are all experiencing loss, and that death and sorrow can be an equalizer to bring people together. And so to be thoughtful and educated and knowledgeable about the traditions of Dia de Muertos, so that when you celebrate, you can celebrate with your whole heart, and that you can truly enjoy every bit of this beautiful holiday. In Mexico, we are very connected to nature, and we believe that death is a part of the life cycle, and to embrace life and death all together on Dia de Muertos is one of the most beautiful times of year. A lot of us have had death or depression or separation from our families during this global pandemic, and it is a time of mourning, and a lot of us, life goes by too quickly, and we don't have time to process the things that have happened in such a short amount of time. but I invite you on Dia de Muertos to allow yourself to mourn, to feel all the feelings that comes with being a human being and being alive. Whether that's sadness, sickness, disappointment, joy, happiness, it's all part of Dia de Muertos. Dia de Muertos is usually celebrated in 2 different days with Dia de los Angelitos. And on Dia de los Angelitos, we celebrate the little children and babies that have passed away. And it is said that we celebrate that holiday first because the little children come so much faster than the adults. And that day of Dia de Angelitos is more of a day for mourning, reflection, sadness, time to process grief. But then the second day is more for partying, music, family, dancing, happiness, singing, being together. And I love that Dia de Muertos is celebrated on the 2 days so that we get the full range of human emotion. On this Dia de Muertos, I know that many of us are separated from our families, whether that is through death or through the pandemic and not being able to get to them. I know that families can be together forever. I know that family separation is one of the most painful, difficult things we as human beings have to experience, and that families belong together. And on this holiday, whether you are with your family or apart, please reach out to your family, remember your deceased loved ones, and celebrate Dia de Muertos with us here at Thanksgiving Point.